World War I, when the world burned for the first time, 1914. A year that changed the world forever. A time when Europe was the center of progress, art, and science. But a single spark set the entire world on fire. This war was called the Great War, the first total war in human history. One bullet, and the world fell into chaos. June 28, 1914, the heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, Archduke Franz Ferdinand, was assassinated in Serbia. It wasn't just a bullet, it was a trigger. Europe was already trapped in a web of alliances. Triple Entente, Britain, France, Russia, Triple Alliance, Germany, Austria, Hungary, Italy. One country declared war. The next retaliated, then the next. And within weeks, 40-plus countries were pulled into the flames. 2. The Western Front, a living grave between France and Germany, lay the Western Front, the most terrifying battlefield in human history. Miles upon miles of trenches, water, mud, dead bodies, rats. And every morning, soldiers asked themselves, "Will I return alive today?" Machine guns turned the front lines into slaughterhouses. Artillery erased entire towns. Gas attacks poisoned the very air they breathed. This war was a nightmare for humanity. 3. The Eastern Front, freezing death. On the other side, between Russia and Germany, the Eastern Front raged. Here, more than bullets, the icy cold killed. Soldiers froze to death. Supplies vanished. Entire regions starved. The pressure shook Russia from within. And in 1917, the Russian Revolution erupted. 4. The rise of technology, machines versus humanity. World War I introduced weapons the world had never seen before. Tanks, fighter planes, submarines, chemical gas, long-range artillery, wireless communication. Humanity was advancing. But that same progress gave mankind its first taste of mass destruction. 5. America enters the war. By 1917, Europe was exhausted, destroyed, bleeding. But when the United States joined the Allied powers, the balance shifted. Fresh American troops and powerful industries pushed Germany backward, and in November 1918, the war finally ended. 6. Final cost of the war, a horrifying number World War I claimed. 10 million soldiers, 7 million civilians, and an entire generation's dreams. Countries collapsed. Economies were shattered. Families were broken. But the greatest loss was Europe's trust. A wound that later led to an even greater disaster. 7. Treaty of Versailles, peace or revenge. In 1919, Germany was forced to sign a harsh peace. Huge war reparations, loss of territories, military restrictions, economic destruction. This treaty did not bring peace. It created anger, resentment, and that resentment gave rise to a new leader. Adolf Hitler. World War I was the seed of